Let's talk about it. During my whole stage of 12 years of being gang stalked, in the past year and a half is when I really kind of understood what the other part of it was, coming out of victim mentality. Amanda Ellis, she's amazing. And she helped me understand the full picture of things instead of just seeing the small perspective of it, which is ourselves and what we're feeling and what we're doing at that moment, at that hour, on that day. And I realized that it was a huge mirror drop for me. It really was. It showed me, it made me look at myself in the mirror of who I truly was as a whole instead of just part of me. We all like to just see the good side of ourselves. We all like to just see, we don't like to, it's not that we don't like to, but we have to sometimes go through things to understand someone else's perspective as a whole, our own perspective as a whole. And that's what it did to me. It made me see a lot of my flaws, and it made me realize, like, in depth of the things that I have done that may have hurt people or myself or disrespected God's blessings. And I've always prayed. And I've always been very grateful for everything. I feel very blessed. I do. No matter what, I feel very blessed. I have been very blessed. And, I really have such a deep connection and love for our light workers. I think they're absolutely amazing. And they just keep going and going and going, no matter how rough things are, or how rough it is, or the subject, no matter how tarnished the subject is, or how heavy it is. They slug through it. And they put themselves in danger for speaking about these things. They put a heavy weight of the energy on them. It drains them. I mean, in awe, in so much respect for them. And, I've learned so much. And Heaven 21, I remember I was watching her, and she was teaching, just how to reach out to the angels, how to speak to the angels. And so, I called on Archangel Raphael, and I just prayed to him, like I'm in a really bad spot, and I need, like, could you please help me? And things progressively became a bit better in time. I felt a little stronger. And then my daughter and I, she was over and she was saying, let's try these cards, because I got cards. And I'd never done cards before, and I was just like, well, I don't know, okay, let's try it, and it was just sitting in the corner. And so we were just, just doing some cards and, just asking questions and, but respectfully, with the best of intent to each other, for each other, and for the universe, okay? Like, just, just asking, is she going to have a boyfriend next week? Or how does this person feel, about her? And just things like that. And then respectfully closing out. See, I'd watched the light workers long enough to know how to respectfully do this. I just didn't do it out of, just let's pick it up and just see what happens here. So anyway, that started me on my spiritual journey, actually. She really she really set me off on this. And I got decks that I felt comfortable with, the angelic decks. The Doreen Virtue is what I started with, and and it was all positive. It was all positive, just inspiring decks. And the more that I learned my spirituality, and I learned how to, bask in it, and I just it was something. It was an experience. It has been an experience that I cannot even wrap my mind around. And even though I am going through what I'm going through, it's really gotten me to a point of stillness within, is the best way I can explain it. Because you just know that there's so much more out there, and there's so much beyond this, and we're all here. Well, we're all here to be doing something. Our soul is here for a purpose. We're not just here to just exist. We're not just here to just be here and indulge. We're here for a reason, and we all have a mission. And I remember way back in the day when people were talking about the third eye and all that, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just saving myself for Jesus. I'm not even tapping into any of like that. No way. Like, I am totally closed off and pure for Jesus. But I didn't realize that that is the way to become connected. And once you have, especially when you're in a situation as I am, and you have you're working with your cards and your angelic team, and your ancestors, and you hear the words of encouragement of, okay, it's okay, keep going, be optimistic, you are loved, heaven is watching over you, those, it's like words. It's exactly like words. And unfortunately, I'm going to get emotional. And unfortunately, in situations like mine, when everything that is coming at you is very negative, it's very hard to see the positive. It can be very difficult to be able to get out of bed in the day. And there was days where I couldn't get out. There was days that I couldn't get out for days. I had to push everybody away, because everybody that came near me was getting involved or getting hurt in one way or another. And I had to make sure that I just don't want to see anybody else get involved in this and get caught up in this mess. So that was my intent, was just to protect the people that I love. And when God stepped into my life, I connected quickly, and healing happened very rapidly, to the point where I could get out of bed. And sorry, I'm getting so emotional. I mean, things have happened where my jaw has dropped, where the divine has just showed me so much and has brought me through so much that it would take me hours to say. It would take me hours to express how very real this all is, and how much God really, really loves us. And the only thing he wants us to do is to just choose the right path. Even if it looks harsh, even if life is harsh and it's brutal and it's overwhelming, or it seems like it's so unfair, it's for your soul, it's for a reason. It's not to you, it's for you. or it's for somebody else that needs you. It's for your soul purpose and for others. I'm going to end this here, but may we all be there for each other, to each other, and for the universe.